Welcome back to TBB,
aka the Bestie Bonus.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Taylor, and today we are doing vacation horror stories. And Morgan, what is the question of the week?
The question of the week is, what is the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on vacation?
Oh, I'm
Give
excited.
us the crazy vacay stories. Mandatory work trip friend was asked if she wanted boss to baptize her in the ocean. A bidet in Tokyo soaked the back of my shirt in a public shop. I had to walk around with a wet ass.
I would have simply died.
Snuck some foreign boys into our hotel room on a school trip to Europe and had a party.
Oh, girls!
I accidentally went to a strip club in London and stayed out until 4 a.m. with
Accidentally.
randoms. Random dudes.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
red flag. I thought I was about to get a happy ending massage, but it wasn't that kind of place. Sorry?
I need more detail.
A 1.5-year-old showed up at my hotel room calling me mommy. No one else was in the hallway.
Oh, that.
Did you help that baby?
I'm
sure.
traumatized. Yeah.
Almost drowned in the ocean, had to be dragged out.
Oh.
Swingers next door were trying to get with my parents that don't swing.
Oh my God.
Got proposed to, then ended the engagement a couple weeks later on my birthday.
Oh, Bessie, I'm sorry.
Booked plane tickets for the wrong airport, realized 1 hour before takeoff. It was 3 hours away. People do that all the time. With like Naples, I think.
Yeah.
And
there's like a bunch that are named similar.
Yeah.
Or sound similar.
my grandma ran over my 8-year-old sister with her motor scooter at Disney, noticed, and kept going.
Did you guys
I would
charge?
be singing at Christmas time. Taylor got ran over by grandma. She realized and she kept on going. I would be carrying that for
People on
life.
scooters in Disney World, they have no chill.
No, they don't.
They're
That's
scary.
Drove from Montana to California for my boyfriend's boot camp grad. He proposed in California, then dumped me a week later.
That is such a boot camp grad shit to do.
Went on a cruise in high school and saw at least 10 people from my town surrounding area. That always happens to me.
That is traumatizing.
I will be out and someone will be like, oh, I'm from Washington, PA too. I'm like, what?
No, I do not have
Like,
that
that's
happen
weird.
to me. If I had that happen to me, I think I would get a flight home.
Learned how to put a tampon in.
Yeah, me too. I learned how to do that on my first vacation too.
Saved my mom from accidentally destroying a 1,000,000-year-old stalactite, probably some crystal in Mexico.
Oh my God.
Mom.
Mom.
Could you keep your hands to
What
yourself?
you do?
I got the clap. Rome, 2019.
Clap. Rome 2019.
Offered a girl a
piece.
threesome with me and my boyfriend when we had not discussed this. LOL, I was drunk.
Oh my. Did you guys do it?
Yeah, did it go through?
Did you go through with it?
I ran away my first time in New York City because my man pissed me off. I had no cell on me and got lost.
Bestie?
Are you a drunk runawayer?
Oh, no.
I had a friend like that. The owner of a restaurant publicly tried to humiliate my mom. Also saw UFOs.
Oh.
Walked from our bar to our hotel for 3 hours while drunk and alone. Ladies.
Yeah.
Tour bus was torched and burnt out overnight.
Oh my God.
Caught my 60-year-old mom buying Coke in Mexico in a back alley after tequila tasting.
Oh my God. Was it literally Morgan's Amazon driver that was...
Like 2 bags. Did I tell them that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Oh, that was crazy. Jamaica almost got kidnapped 3 different times in one day.
Oh shit.
Getting our bus searched. Jamaica is the safest country I've ever felt like in. I'm serious.
I was totally fine.
I was so good there.
Well, granted, we were on a more...
Right, but we were in Montego Bay.
Yeah, we were in Montego Bay. That's a more chill side. If we were in Kingston side, it's a little
right.
different.
But
Yeah.
Montego Bay, even in the city, is a little.
Yeah,
they
but
say.
we were totally fine.
Yeah, and
I
everyone
felt
was
so safe. Like,
yeah, I had a great time. I would
Yeah.
love to go back there.
me too.
Broke up with my ex on a cruise. Super rude to my friends. Yeah, granted, you
Yep.
do it. In Cooperstown, New York, a man mysteriously died on the sidewalk while we were there. It was eerie.
Ooh.
In Madagascar, a zebu, Google them, rammed me in the ass with her horns.
Zebu.
Zebu, Z-E-B-U.
Z-E-B-U.
Boyfriend and I are currently in Portugal during the blackout. No food, no metro, walking on the highway. Oh my God, that's a bull.
It's like a bull and a camel hybrid.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh my God.
Jellyfish stung my vagina. Got kicked out of our hotel by the cartel.
Oh shit.
Someone tried to sell my friends and I hard drugs in broad daylight at a London pub.
Oh, not a
Had
London
sex
pub.
with a family friend's son upstairs on the balcony while everyone was down outside.
Okay, Courtney and Scott. Like, please.
Literally. We went to Vegas and saw 4 people having sex in one of the parking garages.
Okay.
Our taxi driver asked if she could stop for cigs at a gas station at 10:30 p.m. in Miami. We said yes. I always tell my Uber drivers, whatever you need,
Whatever
babe.
you need, babe. babe. I'm not stressed.
Situationship crashed out, blocked me while I was on a solo trip to Florida. Got hand, foot, and mouth disease full blown as an adult on a hiking trip.
Oh my God, that happened to M from And That's Why We Drink.
Yeah, those blisters on your feet are no joke, they said.
Oh God.
Went to an island, North Carolina during a hurricane. We were stuck for a bit.
Yeah.
Friend got kidnapped by the Thai mafia, and the hostel owner had to pay the ransom.
Creepy account.
Guys, all of these.
Guys,
I'm annoyed.
All of you guys are like, we need creepy accounts, so you need to send these in right now.
Seriously. Once blacked out taking tequila shots in a pool, ran out to puke, and my father-in-law followed me. It looks like a two-parter, but I don't see it. Okay. Got stuck in an elevator on the 30th floor of a high-rise on the first day of our vacation.
I would have
Worst.
actually died.
Yeah, I hate that. Getting pushed after waiting 2 hours at Buckingham Palace to watch changing of the guards after standing for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So drunk in Mexico, slept through dinner, woke up naked at 1 a.m., hungover, puked, and peed on the hotel bathroom floor.
Oh my God.
Missed my flight, 18 years old, had to stay in a hotel in Baltimore by myself, never going back.
Oh my gosh.
Stepped on a used insulin needle on the beach when I was 7, had to go to the hospital.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's scary because that probably wasn't insulin.
Yeah, I was about to
Went
say.
to Mexico and kid tried to sell me cigarettes. Realized my grandparents are racist. I'm now low contact with them.
Yeah.
I get free weed every country I've been from local men.
Okay, queen.
Explore. Had sex on the beach with my boyfriend at the time. He got distracted by a girl's voice and walked away. And last one, I nearly got kidnapped when I was 15 in Hawaii.
I'm sorry. You
All
were
a lot
having
of-
sex with your boyfriend on the beach and he got distracted by a woman's voice and just walked away? What?
Maybe she's saying she walked away.
No, it sounds like he walked away.
Yeah, and walked away. That's what it says. He got distracted by a girl's voice and walked away.
Distracted? We're fucking.
Yeah, we're fucking. Goodness gracious.
You bitches are crazy. I expect to see that in my creepsandcrimes.ca@gmail.com
For real.
inbox.
All of the kidnappings, please.
What the hell?
I think we even wanted to do like a kidnapping special.
Yeah,
I know
and-
that sounds so fucked up. But like,
We would like to do a special on kidnapping.
I would think
Could
we
you
asked
imagine
for them
pitching
in
that to a
before, though.
network? How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about us doing a special on kidnapping?
Does anyone want to buy that?
Does anyone want to buy that off of us and do a spinoff? Okay, so here we have our vacation horror stories, and I'm gonna go first, and then so Morgan, I did 2. So I'll do 1 first, and then you do yours because yours is a lot longer than mine, and then I'll do the last one. Okay. All right. So this is from the Reddit thread Creepy Encounters, and the user is Ace Virgo. The title is Airbnb in Bali. This happened a few years ago, but upon discovering this sub, it reminded me of that incident, and I wanted to share. The year is 2018. Me and 3 other friends, we were all males in our early 20s, decided to travel to Bali for a week since it was cheap and we had the time, so why not? Our itinerary included sightseeing, trying local foods, mountain climbing, visiting bars at the beach, basically the typical vacation in Indonesia. It was honestly quite a surreal experience. The country is absolutely beautiful and the food was amazing. The only issue that I had about the trip were the locals. Drugs were really prominent there, especially mushrooms. The streets were filled with druggies dying to sell us their drugs. I am not exaggerating when I say this. One dude even grabbed my arm because I ignored his 2-for-1 deal for a one-way trip to meet Jesus. I shrugged him off while my friends laughed it off, suggesting that I may be passing up the chance to meet our Lord and Savior. However, that is only the tip of the iceberg. The horror starts when we went back to our Airbnb for the night. We had an early day the next morning and we were exhausted. The place was extremely cheap and it didn't even have a proper locking mechanism on the door. It had 2 wooden doors which swung inwards, and the only way to get them to lock was to wedge a wooden block through the holes mounted onto the door. It was quite a primitive lock, but it got the job done, I guess. Everything was going well until the last night of our trip when we realized that the wooden block was missing. We looked everywhere for it, but to no avail. I just figured that one of us must have misplaced it somewhere, so we settled for a selfie stick. I know it sounds like a horrible idea. Instead, since we didn't have anything that fit into the holes to wedge the doors closed, we turned in for the night, seemingly not expecting anything since we had already stayed there for 6 days with no issues. I woke up to a strange clicking sound in the dead of the night. I got up out of my bed and I thought maybe it was one of the guys, so I nonchalantly approached the noise. My friends were all asleep, so I decided to investigate the cause of the noise. The ruckus seemed to be coming from the door, so I headed towards I headed towards them, feeling extremely confused. Who could be at our doorstep at this time of the night? And then I noticed that the doors were slightly opened and the selfie stick was horribly deformed. I peeked outside and I saw 3 people staring through the gap between the doors. They were really, really close to the entrance and were attempting to push the doors open. I yelled at them, questioning their intentions, as I noticed one of them was holding the wooden block that was missing. I was shocked and puzzled at the situation as I recognized one of the men. He did the overall cleaning for the Airbnbs and pathways during the day, so there is no reason for him to be there at 3 in the morning. The other dude asked if the wooden block belonged to us, as they allegedly found it outside of our Airbnb. I definitely smelled the bullshit, as there was absolutely no reason to do that at 3 in the morning. I called for my guys and the 3 men immediately ran for it. I clue in the guys on the circumstances and we stayed up until the morning came in case they tried anything funny. We decided to report this to the reception about their employee, but the descriptions I gave them were not synonymous with theirs. They told me that the housekeepers they hired consisted of only females in their late 30s and 40s.
Ugh.
This sent shivers down our spines as we came to realize that we had let a complete imposter in and out of our rooms while we were out. Luckily, nothing important was lost and we got out of the situation safely. I can't imagine what would have happened if I didn't wake up on that fateful night as the doors were closed, about to be opened. I was just grateful that it was our last night there.
Oh, fuck.
That is-
I hate that. Have I ever told you quickly the story about me and Camden at the beach?
No.
So,
Well, I don't know. There's 900 stories of you in Camden at the beach.
I have 17 cousins. So when we got the beach houses, they were huge beach
Right.
houses with like 10, 12 bedrooms. And there's a lot of kids there.
Right.
I had gotten stung or something that I needed to go back, and Camden and I were besties. So Cam was like, I'll go back with you, because I was so young that
Yeah.
I was not able to go
by
back to the
yourself.
house by myself. So I went back, and it was like a maybe 4 or 5 story. The stairs came up and they met on like the 3rd story, I think was the entrance, but
Okay.
there's still 2 levels below.
Right.
My parents' bedroom and the bathroom was on the 3rd floor. So I get up and I just wanted to shower. And Camden's like, okay, I'll be up here. You know, I'm going to cook us some food and then we'll eat after. Go ahead and shower. So I'm in the shower. I'm naked. And I hear knock, 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 knock. And I'm like, Cam? No response. Knock, 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 knock. And it's like beating though, like from the main door.
So then you're thinking it's one of your siblings, like, what the fuck?
And so I'm like, well, I know it's only me and Camden in the
Yeah.
house. And we had just walked in. We would have heard him. Everyone was so
Right.
fucking loud.
Yeah.
Then I hear the front door unlatch and click open. And this voice I've never heard before. Hello, come to fix your stove. Hello, come to fix your stove. And I was just upstairs with Cam. He had the stove on. He was making
It was
ramen.
totally fine.
Like, I don't know what he was talking about. And so the guy's like, hello. And then he like backs up and he leaves.
Okay.
And so I throw on his clothes
Yeah.
and I run upstairs. I'm like, Camden, someone's here. And so Camden and I go and hide in his parents' room, which is on the top floor where the
Right.
kitchen is. The guy comes in again, come to fix your stove. And he's now walking around the entire beach house. Camden and I are shitting our pants in his parents' bathtub like this. Like, oh my God, we're going to die. We're going to
God.
die. We're the only ones in the house.
Yeah.
He was probably 13.
Yeah, so not
like,
even...
I was maybe 6.
Yeah.
And the guy comes over and Camden finally is like, okay, I gotta be a man.
Yeah, you gotta...
He's like, can I help you? And
Can
the
I help
guy's like,
you?
I'm here to fix the stove. And Kim's like, there's nothing wrong with the stove. He was like, no, I got a call about the stove.
It's on our stove.
And he's like, not ours. And the guy like does a couple clicks. Oh, not yours. And then he leaves.
oh, yeah. He's
Our
not there.
parents called the rental property immediately. They're like, oh, so sorry for the mix up. Like, we're not sure what happened. Because, I mean, this is like era
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
Like, fucking
That's
scary,
fucking scary.
dude.
I
Come to
hate
fix your...
that.
I can hear his voice in the back of my head. Come to fix
Come
your
to your
stove.
You're going to have a dream about that tonight.
Yeah, I probably will.
You definitely are.
Okay, that's my horror story.
And the worst part about that entire story, too, is the fact that it was the last night. So, like, your guard's down completely. You've
Yeah.
had a totally fine
Been
experience.
safe,
Yep.
felt safe.
So I wonder what they would have done if they came in. Okay, next story.
Same. All right, the next one is from the Reddit thread Paranormal, user Dragonfly, title Haunted Airbnb, do I say anything? My daughter and I just came home from our trip to Virginia where we had booked an Airbnb for 6 nights. We left after the 3rd night. The host had the typical Southern hospitality personality, but something was off that first night. The door code used was a string of 7 numbers that she had memorized, but was nearly impossible for me to remember. I ended up locking ourselves out upon arrival and unloading and had to walk over to the host's home to request the code again. She welcomed us into her home and then began asking questions, however. She let it be known the questions were directed at my daughter, 8 years old, and I should remain silent. This set off alarm bells there.
Immediately.
Also, upon arrival, the host had mentioned that we should close the curtains to the house. Quote, even though it's a safe place because we are 2 girls. End quote. Mind you, there were no other homes around as it was a huge private property. We walked back over to where we were staying and re-entered the premises. The first night I kept hearing what sounded like a large bug with a hard shell continuously flying into the mini split in the bedroom. However, after 18 hours of travel, I was too tired to care.
Right.
The second night was a different story. The bathroom attached to the room on the second floor kept having a metallic tinkering noise while we were in bed. My daughter thankfully slept through it. However, I kept experiencing anxiety and feeling unsettled. I tried to tell myself I was just exhausted still and feeling anxious about traveling. During the 2 days we came and left, a fan I left on was turned off every time we arrived back. There was a small extendable mirror, the only mirror in the bathroom that could also tilt up and down. The mirror kept being tilted down towards a child's level.
Oh my God.
I assumed it was my daughter until I tilted it back the final day there. I went downstairs to where my daughter was coloring and came back upstairs to it tilted again. Finally, the third night was the last straw. After feeling for those prior days that we were constantly being watched, my daughter went to take a shower and said to me, I am closing the bathroom door so the lightning bugs can't watch me. My daughter is very extroverted and attached to me. She never wants the bathroom door closed when showering. This let me know she too felt something but didn't have the words to explain it. We finally went to bed and she fell asleep fast. However, I once again couldn't sleep because of the anxiety and began experiencing panic attacks, which I am not prone to. Then the noises began, only worse than the prior 2 nights. The metallic tinkering noise in the bathroom grew louder and faster. I tried to tell myself it was a mouse. However, I slept in cabins with mice and they leave droppings, make squeaks, and you can hear them scurry. None of that happened. Then I heard what sounded like someone tinkering with the items left on the bathroom counter, and it sounded like they dropped a glass. Next, I heard the closet door across from the bed open, but my suitcases were in the way, and I heard the door hit them. These noises went on for hours. Everything inside me told me to run, protect my daughter, and get out ASAP. The next morning, I went into the bathroom and there was a child's muddy footprints coming out of the shower.
Shut up.
And onto a white towel laid in front of the shower. It was not there the night before. I tried to explain it away, but I couldn't. My daughter had not played in any mud any of those days, and even if she had, there would have been muddy footprints from the front door,
right,
where we took our shoes off. I immediately began packing our bags to never return again. After 2 nights of not returning, the host messaged me and offered an additional night free on her. Obviously, I declined. Do I mention anything to the host? Do I leave a review? It took me several days to shake the feeling of this experience. It was so scary that I may never stay in an Airbnb again. That host knows exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
That host is literally feeding whatever that spirit
Whatever
is. Maybe
that
it's
is.
their daughter.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm
Yes.
getting. Like, it's the hostess child.
Yeah.
And
that spirit's
is like,
trapped in
I
there.
have questions for
The
your daughter.
lightning bugs.
Yeah. You want an extra free night?
Fuck no, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no.
She's doing some witchy shit.
What if that host wasn't even the real host and it was a ghost?
Literally. Oh, chills. I don't like that.
Ew, I hate that.
I don't
I
like
hate
that.
that so much. I don't even think we need the last one, but let me see what it was. What's it? Okay. I have to, because it's a cruise story. Cruise.
Oh.
This is from the thread Royal Caribbean. And the question is, what is the most bizarre / terrifying thing that you've ever experienced on a cruise? User,
Cascadia Bibliomania.
yes, commented and said, I woke up in my bed on the second to last night of the cruise at 4 a.m. to someone entering my room. I was naked in bed. The stranger came in and sat down on the armchair in the cabin. I thought for a moment that maybe my husband had left the room and come back in, but then I reached behind me and my husband was right beside me in the bed. The guy on the chair started to undo his pants as if to get involved in some self-love. I screamed, he left. It turned out that he was drunk and maybe got rooms confused, supposedly. Still fucking creepy. It was hours before I felt close to normal again. I have been, trigger warning for this, guys. I have been SA'd in the past and had what I now recognize to be a PTSD trigger experience when this happened. The day that it happened was my husband's birthday and it soured the entire day. How did he get in? Well, it turned out that our door room lock wasn't working and the door registered as open for more than 20 hours per day for the entire cruise, but no one had ever come in or around to tell us or fix the lock. Anyways, That was the worst moment of the cruise for me, and realizing celebrity didn't give a fuck about passengers' safety in their rooms.
That's a problem. I would be like, okay, I'm going to stand right here in this management office until someone goes and fixes the
Or I'm
locks.
suing the fucking piss out of you.
Like,
it's the second to last
pay
night.
for
It doesn't
privacy.
even matter. And you guys have known it's saying that it's unlocked 20 hours a day. What the fuck?
And you're not like, oh, that's
No
weird.
one did. No one saw that and thought, well,
That's weird.
that's really
Surely
weird.
they're not.
No way this couple's doing that.
Yeah, that's scary.
That's so upsetting. That entire thread of people saying the crazy shit that ever happened to them on a cruise is insane.
oh, I believe it.
Insane. Okay, guys. Hope your vacations this summer are nothing like the ones we just recounted to you.
But take them as a safety note.
But if they do happen, you know that you can always send it in to creepsandcrimes.ca@gmail.com
If
for
you're safe.
your besties to support you, but don't be getting into stupid shit just to send in a creepy. Okay?
For real.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.